Sadie Nine. BBC. BBC Essex.
But right now, it's an exciting year for some people because this year was the 37th Essex Young Musicians Awards, and the winner receives £1,000 and the Essex Young Musician of the Year trophy and recital engagements as well. So you get to do gigs as well. Well, 24-year-old Madeline Robinson from Leigh-on-Sea was the winner this year. Oh, what a voice. That's maturity as well for a 24-year-old. I'm delighted to say she joins me now. Good afternoon, Madeline.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
Do you know your talking voice is nothing like your singing voice? I don't know. I expect you to come on and say, hello, Sadie, how are you?
I know, but no, it's still pretty high. Pretty high and pretty Essex, so that's me.
Well, that's what we like. That's what. How incredible! You've got an incredible soprano voice. I mean, how long have you been singing for, and has it always been soprano, which has interested you?
Oh, thanks so much. Yes, it has. I've always been a soprano. I started singing classically fairly late. I started singing lessons about 17, and then the next year got into conservatoire. Yeah, so it was quite a quick turnaround.
Absolutely. And singing in this operatic style and a musical theatre style, they're very different crafts, aren't they? I mean, was it a choice that you made, or is it something? I mean, there are certain musicals you could slide straight into, Phantom of the Opera, straight away there. But have you dabbled in other styles, or was it that you found your niche?
I definitely started in musical theatre. I mean, that's what I wanted to go into. But I actually found that I much prefer classical music. There is a much wider range. I mean, it's been around for so long, so the last 400 years. So there's a lot to pick from, whereas musical theatre is still so new. And I do feel slightly niche maybe in musical theatre because I couldn't sing anything from Wicked, or I'm not too much of a shoo-in for Les Mis. So it pretty much would just be Phantom that I would be looking to do.
How exciting to have won this Essex Young Musician of the Year. What does it mean to you then, Madeline?
Oh, it was such a ray of light in what's been, as you know, quite a bad year. It was brilliant. I had such a lovely afternoon watching so many other talented young musicians as well. And the prize money is very nice as well. So that will be going towards singing lessons and coaching and just trying to keep the ball rolling with improving.
And where are you aiming? I mean, you've actually sung at the Royal Opera House, haven't you? Tell us about that.
Well, I sung in a workshop for the Royal Opera House, which was there was a premiere of a new work coming up, and we were in the room basically figuring out how it worked with the orchestra, and we were singing to the people who were producing it, and it was the first time that had all come together. Actually, sadly, that didn't manifest because of the pandemic, but it was so much fun to meet so many talented people whilst we were singing with an orchestra and singing this work that had never been sung before. So that was absolutely amazing.
Because I often go to their sort of press times that they do, and obviously they haven't done it for a couple of years now, where they invite some press, and it's upstairs in one of the rehearsal rooms, and we get to hear bits of the shows that they're going to be putting on. It's an amazing place backstage, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's so huge and so many people work there. And what's amazing actually is that it's one of the best venues on the planet, and everyone there's so nice as well. It is it was just such an amazing experience.
What would be your favourite role?
If I had the ability to sing it, I would love to sing Lucia di Lammermoor, but it's pretty high and iconic, and I'm not sure I'd be brave enough to even attempt it. But currently, that is what I'd like to be good enough to sing.
And would you prefer to be in operas as a whole staging, or would you prefer to be doing concerts? I mean, you've got some gigs now, haven't you? You've got recital engagements coming up, which is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'd love a mix of both. We've got yes, through the Ongar Music Club, I've got a recital at the Roman River Festival and a solo slot with Dunmo Town Band in October. They're doing a last night of the proms gig, which will be amazing. But I'm also covering a role in a full opera at the Arcola Theatre, actually. The opera makers, as part of their Grime Born season, are putting on a new work. So I'm covering there. Yeah, we've got lots of lovely things coming up now that the world is finally opening up again.
Totally. It must be so exciting finally to be able to be getting back in front of an audience.
Absolutely. It's quite nerve-wracking, actually, but it's so preferable to being behind a screen. So yeah, I cannot wait to be performing live again.
And now I know, as a bit of a vocalist myself in years gone by, you have to really, it's a bit like an athlete. I know that people think that you can just get up there and sing and do karaoke or whatever, but you have to really look after your vocal cords, don't you? Because they are muscles like anything else. How do you prepare?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they're tiny. They're about the size of your little fingernail. So as you know, so yeah, to prepare, it's of course keeping hydrated, not talking over loud music, and just working on breathing, and I find personally that keeping fit helps, but it doesn't help everyone. But yeah, just trying to keep in tip top shape by being hydrated mainly.
Hydrate and also warm up your voice, don't you? Not just go out there and
Oh,
start. You've got to warm up. How long do you take to warm up? Because some people take forever. Other people don't take very long at all. What about you?
yeah, I think I like to, if I'm doing something in the evening, I like to see kind of where I'm at in the morning. So do a kind of 5 minute warm up, because as you know, like the voice changes day to day. See where we're at, and then maybe about an hour and a half before, I'll spend about 20 minutes just vocalizing, and obviously practicing the hard bits to see to see how they're going today. Um, but yeah, no, I thankfully I don't take too long to warm up, because otherwise, I don't know. I think I get in my own head a bit.
Yes, yes. Do you, like every singer I have ever known, wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is go la and just check it's there?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I hum. I'm like, are we there? Yeah. So, yeah, it's always such a fear that it's gone, or like
Oh.
suddenly the chords have just like fallen out in the night or something. But no, absolutely. I always am making noise.
There's nothing worse than being at a party the night before and you wake up and you go, and you go, oh no. And all day you're like, don't talk all day, don't talk, put a scarf around your mouth, lots of hot drinks, hydrate, just, oh, crikey.
Yeah.
And people don't realise that, do they? What you go through. When I was in a West End musical and literally wake up, the first thing, is it there? Oh, okay, I can relax. And I wasn't singing opera like you, no way,
Oh,
Jose.
yeah.
So I really feel for you.
No, absolutely. I mean, actually, after a party, because as you know, like you're so low the next day, it's like, ugh. So for a day, I can live out my dream of being a jazz singer. So I do sing on a tired voice so that it sounds nice and low. Because normally I'm up in the stratosphere. So I quite enjoy the days after a party.
And I bet you sound amazing. Well, Madeline, thank you so much for joining us on BBC Essex. Congratulations once again for winning that £1,000, the Essex Young Musician of the Year trophy. And you got recital engagements. We look forward to seeing you live. We really do. All the very best for the future. And when you're a massive star and starring at the Royal Opera House, you will come on my show, won't you?
Absolutely. Oh, that's the dream. Thank you so much for having me.
An absolute pleasure, Madeline Robinson. Remember that name. I think she's going to do very well indeed.